Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview and Domestic Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Monday, November 20th, ending Friday the 24th, but really the 22nd of November 2017. Let's talk about this week. One of my favorite weeks. It's Thanksgiving. It's Turkey Week. It's not great from a trading perspective because we only have a couple days to get anything done, but let's walk through it. Here's the ES front month futures contract. It's the daily chart of the broad market futures form. I've been sitting here now for a month, sitting right on top of that red static trend line. We were sinking this week, and then we bounced back up Thursday, and then Friday was a dud because it was options expiration. Let's go through the major indices, take a look at them on the daily charts, then we'll look at everything else and go from there. Here's a look at crude oil, up $1.40 to 56.55 on Friday. Keep in mind, this thing was a nice cup breakout. Talk about cups. Go back to March, take a look. Cup breakout, ran up for a couple days, pulled back for about a week and a half, retested the breakout level, and now it's curling up. This thing breaks new highs. We're going to be getting the new prices in oil for the first time in a year. New highs in oil for quite a while. Not good. Crude gold up 15.90. It's not anywhere near new highs, but it is new high for the last month. S&P cash index down 6 on Friday after being up on Thursday, down the rest of the week. That 13 sell signal about a week and a half ago is still the high, right on target. NDX cash index, which was down this week and then popped up on Thursday, but then down a little bit on Friday, down 24.63. SOX loses back 6.18. We're 10 bars up towards a sell signal on the SOX. The biotech's up 3, but they've been down for quite a while now. The VIX down 33 cents to 11.43. TRIN closes at 1.07. 10-day moving average at 1.03. There's no signal there. NASDAQ volume. Now, this is interesting. 2 billion shares almost all week long. One day where it was lower. Basically right at 1.9 something to 2 billion shares all week. But on Friday, that was options expiration. That should have been like 2.5 billion just for the options stuff, and it wasn't. So there's no options positions out there. Just point that out. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ on the NASDAQ plus 713, on the New York plus 871. But that was, so the first 3 days of the week, the advanced decline ratio was negative. Thursday was very positive, bouncing back and squeezing, and then Friday positive, not as much. Never is going to be that big on Friday of options expiration. Google loses 12 points. Watch this red line. That's the static trend line. It's also the breakdown point for a gap fill on Google. We cracked that. It'll be interesting. Apple down 95 cents. All the big ones were down on Friday. Amazon down 7.41. It's still near all-time highs. Netflix down 2.31. Tesla up $2.55. TLT up 93 cents. Doesn't really matter. That's the 20-year bond ETF. And here's the Goldman Sachs, which lost $1.35 after bouncing on Thursday, but it was down the rest of the week. It is what it is. I said the TLT. Yeah, okay, we're good. The 20-year bond ETF. All right. The Dow was down 100. We don't care about that. Okay, intra-week action. So let's switch this to 10-minute candles so we can see the whole week. So look at this. You look back, you can see the end of last Friday on the left side of the chart. Gap down Monday, filled the gap, went sideways, closed just slightly up. Gap down Tuesday, could not make it back to fill the gap and ended up closing where we opened. Gap down Wednesday, again, pushed lower. I mean, Monday and Tuesday were great for stocks. Wednesday was good for futures early, and then that reversal kind of killed it. I thought we were going to get some real good movement to the downside, and then we didn't. Closed right where we opened. On Thursday, we gapped up and squeezed and brought us all the way back into positive for the week. Then on Friday, a small gap down. And guess what? The net for the week is the NASDAQ closes down. The ES closes down like 3 points. Unbelievable. And here's the NASDAQ net for the week, literally like a couple point gain. It was a wasted week. It looked good early. Thought it was going to get interesting. That Thursday really screwed us. Look at that 13 sell signal on the 10-minute NQ chart right at the high on Thursday. That's the high of the week. Doesn't get more interesting than that. All right, let's flip this back to 5-minute candles so we're ready for next week. And let's take a look at the U.S. economic data that's coming out this week. It's not huge. Remember, here's how it goes. Monday, full day, CB leading index. Mondays are not the most interesting day. First day of a new option cycle. Could be okay. Doesn't have to be interesting. Tuesday, only number really is the existing home sale, 30 minutes into the market, and it's the only real day of the week for trading. Wednesday, we've got durable goods and unemployment claims. That's usually the unemployment's usually on Thursday. Comes to Wednesday because of the holiday. And then revised University of Michigan sentiment, which is on Friday, that comes to Wednesday. Crude oil inventories, which is usually on Thursday, comes to Wednesday. Oh, no, crude oil is always on Wednesday. Natty gas, usually on Thursday, comes to Wednesday. And then the minutes of the last Fed meeting are released. Here's the deal. Wednesday, we'll be around for the first hour and a half, and then everybody starts to take off to go get to their family for Thanksgiving. One of the busiest travel days of the year, Wednesday and Thursday as well. So, It's all about Tuesday, a little bit of Monday, a little bit of the first hour on Wednesday, and then you're done for the week because Thursday we're closed, and Friday is a half day that nobody that's a professional in the industry trades. Usually up on that day just because the professional sellers are away. Flash manufacturing and services PMI number comes out that day. Will not mean that much. So, happy Thanksgiving to all. Let's hope for something the first 2 days of the week. That's it. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Maybe start it next week, though, not this week with the holiday. Have a great trading week and a great Thanksgiving.